Okay, hello again, David.
Hi there.
So previously we talked, you told us all about AAG as an overview. Now today I wonder if you can maybe give me a bit more detailed case study so people can get a feel, how it would be like to be a client of
Yeah.
AAG.
God forbid. Yes. No, case studies are always very difficult because, well, not very difficult, but which one to pick, because of course we cover so many different areas. We help people with their financing, we help people find property, we help people do this. But probably one of the best case studies I can give, which brings it all together, is very often we get divorcees who are referred to us by their lawyers at quite an early stage. And recently, about 4 months ago, we had a classic example. One of the lawyers referred us to a middle-aged lady that was getting divorced, and she was very emotional, as you can probably imagine, and also very, very frightened at the time, because she had 2 kids who were both attending secondary school. She'd had everything taken care of, she hadn't had to work for years, and so the thought of having to sort out even simple things like insurance and who pays the school fees and private medical insurance and all this sort of thing was terrifying her. And also, by seeing her very early on in the process, it was called, she didn't even really know how much money she may need to give her the lifestyle that she's become accustomed to and would require, and therefore how much to fight for from the estranged husband was going to be awkward to know where she was. So she came in to see us, and the beauty of our group is that we can literally take all that sort of pressure away from her. Initially, we went through what she needed to actually have as any sort of lump sum in order to give her the sort of income that she would need to still keep the boys at school and still be able to go out and keep the house and everything else. We talked about finding a new property which we could do if she needed to, and which eventually actually she's in the process of doing at this present moment. We talked about taking on the insurances to make sure not only if something went wrong with the property and our cars and things like this, but also we sorted out the insurances on her now divorced husband, if anything happened to him, to ensure that the money was still paid, the monthly maintenance was still paid for the boys. We found a new property for her, as I said, but most important of all, we also, with the lump sum that she was given, we also put it in the right tax wrapper, we put it in the right type of investment portfolio with very little risk, because it was the only money that she really had behind her to provide an income, at least for the years while the boys were still at school, and then a reducing income after that. And we took all the problems away from her. We liaised with all the professionals, and I think today she's excited about moving into a new, smaller property, but excited nonetheless. And yes, I think we've done a fantastic job for her. And we do this quite often for a lot of divorcees, but that's probably one of the easiest case studies to show how we work as a group, handling every part of our finance.
Sure, thank you very much. Yeah, that's obviously, I'm sure, made life much more easier for her after a troublesome time, which is divorce.
I think when you're going through divorce, if you can have a lawyer that you like and trust, if needs be, sometimes it can be very amicable and the need for a lawyer is much less, and you have someone like myself who can manage all the other aspects that you can gain trust with and treat as your shoulder to cry on to a certain extent, and make sure that you don't have to worry about those things, and all you have to do is concentrate on looking after your family and making sure life is as smooth as possible, then I think that's invaluable.
Excellent. Thank you very much, David.